If you're struggling to close deals consistently, or you're getting a lot of clients that are fighting you on unimportant details, or you just feel like you're not breaking through to find out the real issues that clients have to why they don't want to move forward with your product, listen up. It very well might not have to do with your product or what you're saying at all. Many times this simply means you're just out of rapport with clients, which is another way of saying they just don't trust you. So what's one of the fastest and easy ways to gain rapport with a client and get them to trust you quickly? Well, you might have guessed it. Get on a video call with them. Today I'm going to go over the pros and cons of doing video calls with your clients. And if you stay to the end, I'll drop some stats on you that'll blow your mind and prove without a doubt why this is in your best interest to do so. Sound good? Let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with some of the downsides of why you might not want to get a client on a video call. Me personally, I really like to stand up, walk around, move, right? I have a stand-up desk, and you're really able to bring the energy and control your body movements a lot more when you're not on video calls. You can be really expressive, do this and that. Like, if you do tonality, I like to do the tonalities. I actually like to mimic my tonalities with my hands. It's a little weird when someone's actually watching you on the video, so it's definitely a downside in that regard. Also, what's difficult too is just the script management. I like to actually have the script up on the screen when I'm on the call, and like as you guys can see right now, I have my script right here, my outline, right, but my camera's up here. I do have an extra camera, and so what that can mean is, like, they can kind of tell if you're looking down, look at the script, looking up at them, right, which it isn't ideal. You really want them to feel like they're looking at you. This is one of the main points of being on a video call. We'll get into that a second later, but you want to make sure that you're actually making eye contact or feeling like they're making eye contact, which essentially means you gotta be looking at the camera, right, guys? And it does come with the added downside as well of you yourself need to be more professional. You need to have a nice shirt on, a relatively good background, good light, good camera, all these types of things. So essentially means that you can't just be on the fly in your car taking calls, doing video calls and things like this. You can. People do it all the time, right? But if you want to be professional, you want to put that image if you're in an office or you're at least in a home office. It's a little hard to keep that mystery if there's a video call. So something you gotta keep in mind, right, moving forward. What I can say though is these downsides are really small compared to the upsides. There's some pretty big things that I typically see when I'm on video calls. One is the same thing that goes for you is to where I myself need to be more professional, more presentable. Also, the prospect, they tend to take it more seriously when it's a video call. They tend to, you'll notice they tend to be a little more put together. They're usually in an office. They have their computer. They're all set up. You're not going to get as many people driving, with the kids in the background, stuff like that. Yeah, you will. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but you'll find it is much less when it's a Zoom video call. It kind of gives this tone of this is serious, this needs to be taken seriously, block your time off for it, I'm blocking my time off for it. That's all said with a video call indirectly, and it just works in your favor. Now another huge thing about doing calls on Zoom on video is it has a screen share function. That means you're able to do a presentation. You can have a slideshow or a pitch deck. You can actually do a screen share of websites and whatever the heck you want, right? You're able to make it much more visual, which obviously has the bonuses of it's very captivating. It actually is making them much more interested because they can actually be watching things. Some people are visual learners, some people are audio learners, right? I'm actually more a visual learner, and you're actually able to hit both sides of that, right? If you're actually on the call, when you're on a video call, you're able to talk, so you're able to get to the audio listeners, but you're also able to show as well, so you're able to get the visual learners as well. So I typically find that when I'm doing things on Zoom, people pay attention more, but they also literally it's more likely they actually take in what it is you're saying. A big thing too, which really cannot be overlooked, and I stress these things all the time with my clients, is you're able to judge someone's physical reactions. And everyone says this, but with time, as you practice, you're able to really hone in and start to look at the camera and look at the person and see how they react when they say certain things. Particularly helpful when you're talking about the price, when you're trying to close, when you're talking about objections, really the whole time, but particularly in those really tricky situations. If you're like recording your calls, you can actually go back and see the visual cues, and they give a lot of information away. So it's super valuable to where when you're on the phone, you only have the audio, and it's definitely possible, but you're getting way less information. Now, the biggest reason by far, though, that you want to get someone on a video call is because of the rapport. When you're just on a phone call with someone, you're just another guy calling them. You're not a person yet. When you get on a video call, that changes instantly. All of a sudden they realize you're just another human. You're a normal guy, a normal person, just working, just another working guy, one professional to another professional. All that's said via video, right? And what you're going to find is that people instantly, you have more rapport. You instantly have more trust. They're going to listen to you. They're going to believe what you say, and the whole call is just going to flow much, much better. You're going to get less objections. People are going to fight you less. They're just less rude as well when they're on video calls, right? Because it actually feels like you're talking to someone in person, right? Like it's a lot harder to be rude to someone when they're right in front of you than if it's just on a phone call or like the internet, right? Why is it so easy to be rude to someone on the internet? Because it doesn't feel real. There's that big disconnection as opposed to someone being right next to you. That's something you're actually able to achieve with a video call, so it's super powerful stuff. Hey guys, real quick, if you do want to learn how to optimize your sales process, smash your quotas, and all other sales related stuff, please subscribe below. Alright, so if it isn't abundantly clear, just get them on videos whenever you can. Why? It really just comes down to building rapport, getting them to trust you, not in a manipulative way. And no more manipulative than walking up to someone and shaking their hand and saying hi and smiling. If you consider that's manipulative, well, then this probably isn't the right channel for you. But we're just talking about just making that human connection, which goes so far. Just some quick stats that I found personally being on the phone all of these years, and also my clients have found things similar. This is in a post-COVID world. Now, before COVID, it actually used to be a little weird to get people on Zoom calls. It wasn't as common industry standard, but that's completely changed. And so it is so common in just about any industry now to get people on Zoom calls thanks to COVID. Conservatively, you get a 40% bump in conversions when you get someone on a Zoom call. Let me say that again. That's worth repeating. Conservatively, you get a 40% bump in conversions, saying the same thing, same script, same everything when you're on a video call. So why not use it? Optimize your process to getting people on video calls, and you'll see your sales skyrocket. All right. So guys, that's it for today. I hope this is really valuable. If you have any questions at all, please drop a comment and I'll get back to you. And that's it. Talk to you later.